You're watching a special edition of Atlanta's Take. I'm your host, Deetra Allen. This week, you'll get the chance to meet the cast, see some of our favorite moments, and so much more. So, let's get started with a countdown of our top 5 favorite moments.
All right, guys, I'm CJ.
And I'm Sade.
And we are here to bring you the top 5 favorite moments from season 1 of Atlanta's Take.
Let me just say, it was very difficult to narrow this thing here down to only 5 moments because this season here has been one for the book.
All right, so let's jump right into it.
Let's
see here. Coming in at number 5.
Drum roll. Number 5.
Jesus. So there was a woman, okay, she had about 1,016 characters in her last name, and she was surprisingly shocked that her last name would not, let's see here, fit on a driver's license. So, of course, we got Atlanta's Take, and we actually had some people try to pronounce the last name. Let's take a look at the clip.
All right, guys, so I'm here with Willie now, and what we're going to do is we're going to try to see if Willie can pronounce this last name for us. All right, go ahead and give that a shot, Willie.
Miss Kalia Ning Ha Hila Kihana Ku Keu Kahainu He Kihaina Kahalu Kahainu Kahaya He. That's the best I could do. That's a long, drawn-out name.
Is this the longest name you've ever seen, Willie?
That's the longest name I ever seen.
Is this the weirdest name you've ever seen?
That's the kookiest name I ever seen. But it's also unique, if you can ever pronounce it.
Well, it's 36 letters and 19 syllables long. You pronounce about 36 syllables, but it's 19 syllables long and it's 36 letters. This is actually the longest name I've ever seen.
That's longer than a phrase, a sentence.
Willie said this is longer than a phrase or a sentence, and we are done there. Back to the studio.
All right, so let me just say here, when our producer gave us a copy of this story, she gave us a separate copy of the actual last name. And when she handed it to me, I thought it was a word I was supposed to unscramble. I didn't know.
Solve the puzzle, right?
Exactly.
All right, there are some pretty weird names floating around out there. I've heard a few. Sharkeisha?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's definitely in my top 3 of the worst names that I've ever heard.
Was that her first or last name?
I'm not sure. I don't know if it shouldn't be a name. How
I
about that?
agree.
It should not be a name.
I agree. Coming in at number 4, and I'm not even going to try to say this here in Spanish, so we're just
save
going
us both the embarrassment.
All right. So listen, from episode 3, it looks like there was a guy who had a hangover from HE double hockey sticks. So he had a hangover, and here's the catch. His hangover, it looks like it was followed by hiccups for 14 months. And we had one of our darlings, one of our fellow field anchors, Cortland, and she caught up with a special lady out there in the field. And this lady here, she turned out to be one of our favorites. She made the Atlanta's Take All-Star team.
She did.
She went by the name of Let's take a look. Let's just take a look.
Hi, I'm Cortland here with Atlanta's Take, and we are here with this lovely lady. What is your name?
Isol Zenobia.
Isol Zenobia. Lovely. All right, so how do you feel about drinking? What is the first thing that comes to mind?
I really enjoy it.
So have you ever had the hiccups after drinking before? Completely random.
Like with like beer, yeah, because it's like really carbonated and stuff, and like I just hate carbonated stuff. Like so whenever I'm like I have a really good beer, like Nitro Milk Stout is my favorite. I put it down so fast, I get the hiccups afterwards because it's all bubbly. Yeah.
So what if I told you that you were to drink one night, woke up, and ended up having the hiccups for 14 months afterward?
God, that would be like the worst thing ever. I hate the hiccups. That's like the worst thing.
It actually happened to this man in the UK. Like I know, he literally had his hangover, but then he had the hiccups for 14 months straight. He's married. He has to sleep in separate bedrooms.
Oh yeah, he would be sleeping in a separate bedroom. Yeah, if my man did that, I would just.
About to say no.
You're not sleeping near me with that hiccup problem.
What tickled my feathers when Cortland told this young lady told Cortland her name, and Cortland goes, "Lovely." I died. I'm sorry, I died.
What did she do?
She goes, "Lovely." I died. It was so hilarious to me.
Cortland's a doll. Listen, so you wouldn't name your child Synovia? I think Synovia is a beautiful name.
I mean, I guess, well, it's definitely better than Sharkeisha. How about
agree.
that? I go with Synovia any day.
I definitely agree.
All right,
Listen.
moving on to number 3. Like there was a 63-year-old British woman that claims that she drinks her own urine. Drinking a pint of pee per day keeps her healthy and young. So of course we got Atlanta's take, and we got Atlanta's take from 2 of Atlanta's own, and an interesting confession from a young lady that said she would drink Chris Brown's pee.
Jesus.
Let's take a look.
All right, guys, so I'm here with Chanel, and we're going to find out what Chanel thinks about this. Now, Chanel, there's this lady, okay? She drinks her own urine, okay, to maintain her attractiveness and her youth. Would you drink your own urine?
No, absolutely 100%.
You wouldn't drink your own
I
urine?
agree with her that it might be healthy, but to each his own. She can have that.
Chanel, you agree, so you have, it's a little something inside of you that you might do it.
I mean, if I was like trapped in the desert and I had no other option, maybe.
Chanel has put herself in the desert. I have a better question for you. How about this? Tell me who's the celebrity that you stand for. Like, who's the celebrity that makes you go, like you go crazy over? Don't say Beyonce.
No, not Beyonce. I don't know. I guess Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. Okay. So if Chris Brown, so tubes of his urine.
Oh, no.
Would you drink Chris Brown's
No,
urine?
are you kidding me? Absolutely not. Well, it depends.
She said it depends. She said it depends. Back to the studio. She would drink Chris Brown's urine, people. She wants to drink Chris Brown's urine.
You know, I'd rather just grow old before I drink some urine.
And that's
I'm sorry, I'm not drinking urine.
I agree, and that's the thing. That's okay. I think people get confused. You're supposed to grow old. That's all a part of living. You're supposed to grow and age gracefully. There's nothing wrong with that. People are like opposed to that nowadays for some reason.
Yeah, I think that's like the whole point of birthdays. You know, it's like the
agree.
day of your birth. So that's like a year older that you are. So you grow older and you age.
All right, guys, we're at story number 2. Well, our favorite number 2 here, and we're almost at number 1.
Would you stop doing that? You look totally creepy when you do that.
What? All right, listen. So actually, this particular story here, it went viral. The geniuses over at Yale University, they actually thought it would be real cute and funny to leave feces in the dorm's dryers. And when the students returned to the dryer to either retrieve their clothes or put them in, there was a little surprise for them there. So listen, this is what we did. We went out into the field and we asked people if they were to put their clothes in the dryer and, the doogie got on the clothes, would they still wear them? And we got some pretty interesting responses. Let's take a look.
Now, Clarence here says he'll wear the clothes, Clarence. Clarence would still wear them.
Yes, I mean, like if it's Gucci or YSL or something, why would I give that away for a little treat, as you call it?
Okay, so as long as it's Gucci, Clarence is gonna wear the Dookie Gucci.
As long as it's Gucci, I'm Gucci. We're in a recession still, people. Don't be confused and do not be fooled. Hey, you gotta get your money the best way you can.
So let me just say here, when we finished interviewing this guy, and let me just say, he turned out to be one of our favorites as well.
He did. He made the All-Star team, the Atlanta Steak All-Star team.
He did. He turned out to be one of our favorites. But let me just say, we had to like sanitize the mic after we finished interviewing the guy. Did anyone
This is
else
true.
catch that? Did
Yeah,
anyone
this is
else?
true.
His tongue like hit the mic when he said, what did his tongue hit the mic. He goes,
What did he do?
we are in a recession, people. You have to get it the best way you can. Well, he did. Y'all saw it. You guys saw it. We're not the crazy ones. You saw his tongue hit the mic.
So listen, you would not wear a shirt if you paid $12,000.
Absolutely not.
You wouldn't wear.
Absolutely. I wouldn't pay $12,000. What? I wouldn't pay $12,000 for a shirt. Absolutely not. I wouldn't wear it if it's someone else's feces is on it. No, absolutely not.
All right, well, we're going into number one. That was our
the big
top. It was our top moment from season 1 of Atlanta's Take, and it is the guy that
Let me just say, this episode here actually was a great one because we had a special guest, and it was Neve Schulman from MTV's hit show Catfish. And Neve came to, have some fun with us. He was actually a ball. So shout out to Neve for coming through and have some fun with us.
our darling Cortland. I don't know how Cortland seems to catch up with these people. I have no idea how.
I don't know.
She caught up, let's see here, it looks like she caught up with a guy that actually thought we were talking about the food. Catfish, the actual animal that you go and with a fishing pole, a rod, and whatever goes with fishing, and you go and you catch a fish and you reel it back in and you cook it for your family. That's what he thought we were talking about, not the MTV show Catfish.
You had no idea. No idea.
Let's take a look.
Let's just look. Just see for yourselves.
About catfish, it's good. I like catfish. Do you? If you want to be catfished, we talk about the food. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Catfish the food. What you talking about? If you like catfish, please get in touch with her at such and such and such.com. I can't do all that on camera because that's private information. A1 classified. Catfish. Ooh, great food.
He said it all. Let's meet the cast.
Okay, I'm Stephanie Rodriguez. I'm originally from Miami, Florida, and a random fact about me is that I'm a miniature pincher mommy.
My name is Shanice Mason. I'm from Wallington, New Jersey, and I'm a huge One Direction fan.
I'm Pedro Ferreira, and I'm from Brazil. And a random fact about me is I'm not completely gorgeous. I actually have a unibrow. If you really look closely, if you zoom in, you can kind of see